All right, good morning. Hello, Mella. How are you? Welcome. Let me know, can you hear me okay? I just want to make sure because once I got the new internet, apparently some of my settings have changed and all that. So I just want to make sure. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Appreciate it. Welcome, everybody, to today's Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. It's good to be back. I'm your host, pilot, lead singer, and driver of the airplane. I'm good. Wasn't sure if I was going to fly today. I had a bit of an acid reflux late last night. Took me a while to kind of get settled back down before I could go back to sleep. But we're going to muscle through it and get this flight done. I've got a lot of cool stuff to go over and show you guys. I'm really excited about this. I need to update the route. Hold on just a second. I gotta find I gotta copy and paste this. Hold on. And I gotta check what server we're on as well. All right, there's the route. I think we're on Southeast Asia still. Yep. So let me just make sure that the server's correct on here if anybody's gonna hop in. But I'm gonna show you some cool stuff today that I'll show you guys. It's going to be fun. But anyway, so today we're flying from Denver to Oakland. This is a 1986. Yep, I got that right. Service originally done by Continental Airlines. Now, the trick is, or not the trick, the where we're at now is not the original location for Denver International. And I'll show you guys here what I'm talking about. Right as I zoom in, where'd it go? Okay, it's like right there is the original Denver Stapleton Airport. That is where Continental would have flown originally to Oakland from. This airport was closed in 1995. Denver Airport, I didn't know this, so I learned something new, and I'm going to share with you what I found out today, or while I was researching this flight. It is the largest airport in the Western Hemisphere. Most people think of large airports, they think either Atlanta or LAX or San Francisco or JFK, Chicago O'Hare. No, Denver out of all of them is the largest in the Western Hemisphere. It is the second largest airport in the world, only behind King Fahd International Airport in Saudi Arabia. It is 33,000, almost 34,000 acres in size. It has the longest runway, and we're going to take off from that one runway. It is the longest public use runway in North America and the 7th longest runway on planet Earth. So, and it was only added, the runway we're going to depart from today was only added about 21 years ago. So it was the last runway added to the airport after it was built. It was a year and a half behind schedule, almost a year and a half actually, 16 months behind schedule and billions of dollars over budget when it finally opened. It's a hub for United Airlines, but it's also a major place for Frontier Airlines, I think it is, and Southwest. United does not fly to Oakland. When they purchased Continental, they didn't keep the routes. They fly to San Francisco now. The only airline that flies to Oakland from Denver is Southwest. the route that we're going to take today is pretty much the same route that Southwest would use from Denver International. I got to make sure I got all my stuff here. So I'm at gate Bravo 44. We're going to push back after I get everything settled, and that's our departure runway. We are not going to change anything. I don't care what the sim tells us. We're going to take off from the second largest or the largest runway in the Western Hemisphere today. And then we'll make our way across. We'll cross over into Salt Lake, into Utah, and then we'll go in across Nevada, and then we're going to come in, I think, round about here, and then we'll, but we're going to come in up the South Bay, but we'll be inland. We'll be like right about here, and we'll come across and land on 30 there. So, yeah, that's the plan for today. But yeah, when I was looking at that, I was like, dang, I didn't know Denver is the largest airport in the Western Hemisphere. It was pretty impressive. So, but not impressive that they were billions of dollars over budget. So today what we're going to do is once I spawn in, I'm going to get the aircraft started up. I've been kind of cheating a little bit, I guess you could say. Hey, hello, Casper. How are you? It's going good, thank you. So I always had it starting up, automatically when I would spawn in, and I could just get the flight plan. No, we're going to go through the steps of getting the aircraft started up. We'll push back, then we'll start the engines. We're going to hang a left and head over to 34 left and get in the air and get on our way. And then once we spawn in, though, and I get everything kind of settled and get the flight plan in and all that kind of stuff, I'll show you some cool stuff that I got with Flow Pro by Parallel 42. It's not something that's available for folks on the Xbox side. They have Flow Essentials that has a lot of cool stuff. It replaces the toolbar. If you guys remember when I first started flying in the sim, you had that toolbar at the top that I would always interact with to get a hold of the ATC and stuff like that. Flow does a lot of amazing stuff. Pro adds even more stuff, and it's going to be things that you can interact with. And I'll show you that once we get going here. So I'm going to go ahead and spawn in. I'll try to keep an eye on the chat if anybody says anything or comments, questions, whatever. I'll try to look at all that and answer. But I'm going to get the aircraft started up here. So I've been kind of practicing with it and getting a bit more familiar with it. It's not as complicated as it seems. That's the crazy part. Okay, so I got to get my okay, so I'll show you one quick thing here. Let me get this out of the way. So like now that it says connected. Oh, nice. The naps are always good. So I think, let's see here. Let's try this. There we go. So if you use exclamation point plane, it'll tell you what my aircraft is and all that, right? And then also if you go info, look at that. Ta-da. Weather, WX I think is that one. Okay, so it even tells us the weather for Denver. So Flow Pro, I'm telling you, Parallel 42 is doing amazing stuff, getting putting stuff in for the sim, or creating stuff for the sim that is absolutely it helps overall, I think, with the immersion and all that. But that way, if anybody has questions or whatever, if you use any of those, it'll tell you basically what's happening. All right, we're going to close our batteries, get that on, get the ground power connected. Oop, no, other way. There we go. We're going to go ahead and get this on. We're going to leave this off for right now. We're going to get our IRS going. Get that going. We're going to get on the APU here in a second. That one. So I think, well, I'll dial in our altitude, our cruising altitude once I know for sure what we're going to cruise at. All right, APU is going to start up first. All right, let's go ahead and go over here to our tablet and get. See, I got a problem with my controller. It wants to just. It's like wanting to go everywhere. All right, let's get this in here. Today's flight brought to you, of course, by Parasox Airline. Pair of socks. Just because you have a pair of socks does not mean they have to match. Airline CEO and president, Scruffy Tan, still wears his mismatched socks. All right. Look at my. I want to make sure I got the right fuel. Oh, I didn't put in extra. Okay. That's interesting. It didn't put in extra. Okay. Little beans. All right. All right. So, now the cool thing is, by starting it this way, we don't have the jetway connected, but we have the stairs, and we have the ground power unit. But we also have chocks underneath the wheels. Now, if I forget to close the door, send away everything, it won't allow me to go back. It won't allow me to push back correctly. It's kind of, I was practicing the other day and I forgot to totally close the door and all that stuff, and it was like it wasn't really moving, and I'm like, why? And I look outside and the door's still open, the stairs are still connected, all that stuff. So, but anyway, this is our Continental Airlines liveried 737. We got the scimitar winglets, so you got the split winglets, and I don't know, it just kind of looks cool, I think. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and go over here. We got to do one thing first, and we got to get our position into the system here before I do anything else. And you just click on that, put that in there, bang, it automatically updates. I have it set for instant alignment on the IRS, so that as soon as I put in our starting point and all that, it'll automatically update the system. So so we over here, I'm going to put in our fuel. Oops, that's not it. Directions, fuel. We're going to go 22500. That should be more than enough to get us there. And then I'm going to use that number as our extra. So when we all right, I'm going to go ahead and close this door. Oops, close the door. And I want to go ahead and get this on. That on. Okay. So now I should be able to turn off the ground power. Yep. One of the things I was practicing with yesterday, because you have to basically tell the chocks and all that, you got to click on this to remove everything. All right, perfect. So I did it right this time. Yay, it didn't like suddenly shut off and all that. Okay, let's go ahead and get our stuff in here. So Caden to Oakland. Okay. Okay, reserve is about 5,000 pounds of. Okay, so that's legit. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and do all this. Let's put a little bit of light in on our panels and whatnot so we can see. Oops, that was a friend. That was. I have to be very cognizant. It's so easy for stuff to get for the engines to go into reverse by just clicking on the B button to come off of our execute. All right. So 5.0. Our cost index was 5. So I'm going to try for 36,000. Let's see what it says. Nope, that's perfect. All right. And we just got to come up over here and find our 231016. 2, 3, 1, 6. Now, one of the things, let me show you. All right, let me make sure our AT, yeah, perfect. It's not top. Okay. And oh, I gotta get this on. Oh, let me get my runway information while we're here. Kind of hard to do. It's 10520. 9-foot elevation. Yep. Perfect. And our ILS is going to be 0.7. 10870. Put that in over here as well. 0.870. Okay. That done. And let's see, we're going to go 36,000 feet. Perfect. Okay. So we got all that. That's all looking good. We won't start up the heater or the basically the what do you call it? The oh, I gotta finish this up. Outside temperature. Gotta go to my calculator. Now this thing was acting kind of weird when I was practicing with this the other day. 3-4 left. It wouldn't allow me to, oh, now it's working. Okay. So 24 flaps 5. Okay. 24 and flaps 5. there. Okay, 5. Get our trim set. Alright, that'll do. Okay. We got all that. Let's get our flight directors on. And let's get our data. Another. Okay, there we go. And then we just need to do our departure. 3, 4 left. And we're using the Coors. Nope. Wait. Yeah, that'll be Coors. That's our transition, right there. Execute, and our arrival file is 30 using the Oaks, and it should be this one and this one. Execute. Let's just go through, make sure we got everything in. Vector, carb. We'll take care of that as we get closer. That. Menu. Oops. Take off. All right, we got everything in here now. And let's talk to. Oops, I gotta get my this set. All right, there we go. There's that. Put our brakes to RTO. Let's get a little bit of panel light in here. You know, by the time we get to Oakland, it should be okay. Alright, flaps are coming down. We're 5 degrees, notch 5. There we go. Alright. And let's go ahead and get our turn our fuel pumps on. We're going to talk to ATC and get ready for pushback here in just a second. See, that wasn't so bad, was it? Whatever, dude. It's IFR.
Denver clearance delivery Continental Tree 81 IFR to Oakland, ready to copy.
Continental Tree 81 is cleared to Oakland Airport as filed. Takeoff runway tree 4 right climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure frequency is 1 tree 4.85 squawk 004 tree.
Continental Tree 81 cleared to Oakland Airport as filed. Takeoff runway tree 4 right climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure on 1 tree 4.85 squawk 004 tree.
Continental Tree 81 read that correct. Contact ground on 121 decimal tree 5. Good day.
Alright, let's go for pushback.
Denver ground Continental Tree 81 requesting pushback.
Continental Tree 81 pushback request accepted.
So our runway is over. Where did it say? 3-4 right. We're going to go to 3-4 left. We're not going to. It's all right. All right, let's get our light on here. These planes have leaks over here. There's a kitty litter. Nope, don't have a brake on or anything. Alright, so we're going back. We can go ahead and start up our starboard engine. The numbers are moving. Fuel going. Dotted line here, and then I'm going to stop the plane or stop the pushback. Get the other engine started here in a second. Alright, there we go.
Denver ground Continental Tree 81 requesting the end of pushback.
Continental Tree 81 request to end pushback received.
Alright. Port engine starting. Right.
Denver ground Continental Tree 81 with Oscar ready to taxi IFR.
Continental Tree 81 taxi to and hold short of runway tree 4 right via taxiway. Bravo Sierra Kilo Bravo November
We're not
Hotel
listening
Charlie
to that. I
November
already mapped
Foxtrot
out
1.
which way we're going to go.
Contact tower on 1 tree 2 decimal tree 5 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway tree 4 right using taxiway Bravo Sierra Kilo Bravo
We're taking
November
off the
Hotel
longest
Charlie
one.
November Foxtrot 1 Continental Tree 81.
That's how we... Oh, I got to get my generator started. And let's get our AC on. Now that we got everything started, and we can go ahead and turn off the EQ. Voila! Easy peasy. Right? Let's get our lights on here. No, we're not going to do all of that. Alright, now we can go ahead and turn on our system here. So yeah, flow, I'm telling you, if you're looking to kind of make things a little bit easier to understand or utilize in the sim, flow really helps out quite a bit, I think. Alright. A little anxious with me, though. All of our flight systems are working. We're gonna take it easy with it. taxiway here, basically. It's a little too close. This should be like the actual taxiway right here. There we go. So 34 left. There, and then we're going to hang a left on the Gulf, and then be at Whiskey Alpha for the whole point. We just got to go like over this way a bit, and then turn right. We can look. So the right is right over here. 3-4 right. So 3-4 left is just on the other side. End of which is should be like right there. Looking main terminal there. That's where I guess there's a parking lot there, and all that. At the old airport, the tower and a few of the buildings are still standing that they're using for, like, I guess almost like a conference center or something. Here we need to arm our auto throttle so we don't forget that. There we go. Oh, I need to put in my speeds. Let's see, 153. They think we are, but we're really not. It's all right. So, most likely what's going to happen is initially I'm going to have to fly manually until we make the left turn to start getting onto our path. So, sorry if you hear a bit of humming in the background. One of my neighbors is getting his heating and cooling system serviced. I guess they got to blow out all the dust and whatnot. All right, let's talk to the tower. Nope, it will not allow me to. Okay, that's interesting. Well, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and go. That's all right. See, normally it would have let me. It would allow me to change, but it's not. Or I would have been able to record in that there we go.
Denver Tower Continental Tree 81 at runway tree for right ready for departure IFR to Oakland.
Continental Tree 81 altimeter, tree 0.25 wind calm. Cleared for takeoff runway tree 4 right.
Cleared for takeoff runway tree for right Continental
There
Tree
we go.
81.
All right. Do. Yeah, so you might hearing a some kind of a noise as they're cleaning out his duct system or whatever. Like, I guess it's like a big vacuum cleaner or something. Alrighty, here we go, folks. We're on our way to Oakland in just a moment. We're number 1 for takeoff and number 1 in your hearts. Right? No, that's okay. Here we go. Taking off from the longest runway. I like the look of that. That seems pretty much lined up. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Let's go get our engine spooled up. There we go.
Airspeed alive. Knots.
Look at that, right down the middle. I like it. Coming up on B1.
B1 Positive rate of climb.
Here's coming up. There we go.
Continental Tree 81, contact Denver departure on 1 tree for decimal 85. Good day.
Ooh. We didn't do.
Going to 1 tree for decimal 85 Continental Tree 81. Denver departure Continental Tree 81 is
All right,
passing
there we go.
6,300 feet, climbing 12,000 feet.
Continental Tree 81, Denver departure altimeter tree 0 decimal 25 radar contact. Continue.
Maps are all up. We're turning and turning and burning. Get back up onto the flight path here. Should. There we go. And it's going to turn to the right again here in just a second. There we go. That was a fantastic takeoff, if I do say so myself. And I do. Ooh. That on there. Our spoilers set. Okay. Increase. 5.
Denver departure Continental Tree 81. Request 17,000 feet.
Continental Tree 81, climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Expect 17,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Expect 17,000 feet. Continental Tree 81.
Stop there at about 10,000 feet.
Continental Tree 81, climb and maintain 17,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 17,000 feet. Continental Tree 81.
Let's get our landing stuff in here. 3-0. Alright, we got that in. There we are. We are on our way. Downtown Denver, right there. I've been through there. I'll go through there again here in a couple weeks. I've never flown in and out of Denver. I mean, if I mean, I've been through Oakland. I mean, I've been through Atlanta, and I've been through O'Hare, and those are pretty big airports. I cannot imagine being at something larger than that. Atlanta's a hot mess. Try to fly in and out of. 'Cause you have to get on a shuttle system to get your next flight. Increase.
Continental Tree 81, contact Denver Center on 125.905. Good day.
125.905 Continental Tree 81. Goodbye. Denver Center Continental Tree 81 is at 14,300 feet, climbing 17,000 feet.
Continental Tree 81,
So
Denver
now-
Center altimeter tree 0.27
Look at that.
radar contact, continue.
There it is.
Denver Center Continental Tree 81. Request flight level 220.
Continental Tree 81, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climb and maintain flight level 220 Continental Tree 81.
So yeah, that really helps out quite a bit for those who want to know what I'm flying. I mean, it should be kind of obvious in the 737. Totally forgot about that. There we go.
Continental Tree 81, contact Denver Center on 128.65. Good day.
Going to 128.65 Continental Tree 81. Denver Center Continental Tree 81 is passing flight level 185, climbing flight level 220.
Continental Tree 81, Denver Center radar contact continue.
Yep.
Denver Center Continental Tree 81. Request flight level 270.
Continental Tree 81, climb and maintain flight level 220. Expect flight level 270.
Climb and maintain flight level 220. Expect flight level 270 Continental Tree 81.
There's the Rockies. Continental Divide. We'll be in Utah before we know it.
Continental Tree 81, climb and maintain flight level 270.
Climb and maintain flight level 270 Continental Tree 81.
Picture here. That. We got a couple of long legs here. We got 160, 119. 227, and then pretty soon, I think after Mona is when we start dropping altitude. That in. Final approach altitude is 2,700. So we got a little bit to go. Let's see if we wait a little bit longer, then we'll go ahead and ask for 32. Say we can't do 280 knots by boats. Sorry. Make it work.
Denver Center Continental Tree 81. Request flight level Tree 20.
Continental Tree 81, climb and maintain flight level 270. Expect flight level Tree 20.
Climb and maintain flight level 270. Expect flight level Tree 20 Continental Tree 81.
Then we just have one more. We'll be at the cruising altitude.
Continental Tree 81, climb and maintain flight level Tree 20.
Climb and maintain flight level Tree 20 Continental Tree 81.
So while we're cruising, show you, let's look at our chart for Oakland. Oops, this one. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to come in this is our, we're going to go here, and then I think I put it in, yeah, park right there. So between here is our, but anyway, we're going to come in over, so there's Stockton Airport. We're coming in south of Stockton. And then we're come in kind of near Hayward, I think, just below Hayward. We should see, we won't count the bridges necessarily, but we can use them as a landmark because we should see part of Dunbarton Bridge or the freeway leading to the Dunbarton Bridge, and then also the same for the San Mateo Bridge. And then as we get closer, we should possibly see, depending on the weather, the Hayward Executive Airport, and then on into Oakland. So that's our arrival into Oakland today. We're just going to come straight in. So basically over the Sierra Nevadas, Central Valley, on into the Bay Area there. we're on our first of our 3 long legs there. One more increase.
Denver Center Continental Tree 81. Request flight level tree 60.
Continental Tree 81, climb and maintain flight level tree 20. Expect flight level tree 60.
Climb and maintain flight level tree 20. Expect flight level tree 60 Continental Tree 81.
Yeah, there we go. So next Saturday, we in the BAE 146, the British-built regional jet that unfortunately is no longer flying. I think there may be a few airlines still using it, but yeah, it's not that bad. Or well, it's old, but I'm gonna have to
Continental
do
Tree 81, climb
a
and
couple
maintain
of
flight level tree 60.
at least a couple of
Climb and
practice
maintain
flights
flight
with it.
level tree 60 Continental Tree 81.
Because the systems in it are a bit strange for me, at least. So, but we'll do that next Saturday. We're gonna go from London City to Berlin. British Airways City Flyer, City Express, something like that. They do, but they use the Embraer 190s or something like that out of London City. But we'll use the BA 146 because that was what used to fly out of London City because the engines were very quiet. We call it the whisper jet. So I got to practice the startup and all that with that, and do at least 1 or 2 flights just to kind of get used to how the systems work, because it doesn't have necessarily an auto throttle. It's got this thrust management system that's kind of strange, but yeah, we'll get through it though. It'll be fun. So our center tank is just about empty. Up over to the outboard tanks, and that should take us all the way, the rest of the way into Oakland. Yeah, that'll be next Saturday, and then we'll do so that's the 20th, 27th. Now for that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. I forgot. This coming Wednesday, my last appointment with occupational therapy, I'm going to try what they call dry needling. And it's like acupuncture. My occupational therapist thinks part of my problem is that my bicep, because I had to hold my arm in a position for so long while it was healing, that my bicep tends to kind of tighten up,
Continental
and I
Tree
cannot
81,
get it
contact
to
Denver Center on 134.5.
basically kind of loosen up
Good day.
and get more flexibility in there.
One
So
tree
we're going
for
to try
decimal 5
that
Continental Tree 81.
on Wednesday.
Goodbye.
Oh, the ads are starting.
Denver Center Continental Tree 81 is at flight level tree 5, climbing flight level tree 60.
Continental Tree 81, Denver Center radar contact continue.
So basically what it is I don't know how it's going to affect my right arm. Hopefully it's going to loosen that muscle up and I can get more flexibility out of it. But she said it's very possible that it may like fatigue my arm. because I'm going to put the needles in and connect it to kind of like a TENS unit, and then zap it to get the muscles try to, you know, release themselves. So if for whatever reason I cannot, if I don't have like good use of my right arm by Saturday, or you know, by Friday, I won't be flying. It's going to be too much of a. If I can't do it Saturday, but I feel good enough, I may do it Sunday. But I'd like to get that flight in. The 27th will be in the back of the 737 going from Heathrow to Frankfurt, and then the last flight before I go on vacation, Chicago O'Hare to Tampa, and that should be a good flight. That'll be a couple hours. The one from Heathrow to Frankfurt I don't think is going to take very long. And then when I get back in, Dallas Love to Savannah in the 737-700, 14 ATR 4272, Arnie, I don't know how to pronounce it. London City to Guernsey, and then Guernsey to London Gatwick, and then almost wrapping up September. I think I need to find one. Oh, that's right. 21st will be Newark Liberty to Chicago Midway, and then on the 20th we'll do a helicopter medevac service from somewhere. I don't know where yet. I'll figure it out, but that's what's coming up here next few Saturdays. Then we'll see where we're at for October. So yeah, center takes aren't dry just yet, but they're getting there. So yeah, we got some good stuff coming up. Probably in October we'll do some bush flying or something, just kind of mix things up again. Yeah, we'll figure something out. So, yeah, there we go. All right, we're about leveled off at cruising altitude. Doing Mach 7.8. Got all that in. Just need to swap these frequencies. Get that. All right. We should be talking to Salt Lake Center here pretty soon. Now, let's see what the info says. And, oh, it says we're at 37,000 feet. That's a little bit off. Okay. And let's see what our weather says. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. See, I didn't know I Scruffy uses Float Pro, and I thought it was available in the Instant Marketplace, but it's not. I bought it directly from Parallel 42, $30 US, but it has for streamers. Like, there's a thing I can enable that if anybody chats in the chat, right, somebody types something in, it will come up on my screen in front of me instead of me having to look at my
125.675 Continental
my
Tree 81.
screen on my laptop.
Denver Center Continental Tree 81 flight level tree 60.
Continental Tree 81 Denver Center, radar contact, continue. Continental Tree 81, contact Denver Center on 1 tree 4.5. Good day.
1 tree for decimal 5 Continental Tree 81.
The only
Goodbye.
thing is that
Denver Center Continental
I
Tree
don't know
81
where.
flight level tree
I'm thinking
60.
it would be up at my top there.
Continental Tree 81, Denver Center radar
It would
contact
come in up
continue.
at the top or something. But then if I put it onto YouTube, everybody would see those comments as well. So, yeah, I don't really want to do all that. But I like this thing's called ATC bot, and people can use that as far as, like what's the nearest airport if they were going to fly with me, that sort of thing. 72 nautical miles to that'll take care of our first long haul. And we'll go into our second and then our third. And before we know it, we'll be getting ready to land in Oakland. So, yeah, no sounds yet. I'm trying to figure out, like, I would need a Windows laptop first off, and I would need a Stream Deck, and then have to program all of the stuff for the Stream Deck, so I don't know yet. What else is something else I was thinking about? What was it? I forget now. I guess it wasn't important. So yeah, that was pretty simple. Doing all that. That worked out rather well. I was a bit nervous because I was like, I'm gonna either forget something or screw something up, but that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, doing all the startup and everything. It's just kind of, oh, you know what I never turned on? Yacht Hamper. I totally forgot about that. Well, at least I got it now. That's all. I totally forgot to go back up there after we got the alignment. Yes, Amela, I had, so I tried this sandwich. We stopped off at Publix the other day, but this one was downtown, close, not far from the clinic that I go to for my arm. And it's the Boar's Head Turkey Sausalito sandwich, right? So it's got turkey, lettuce, cheese, and all that. But it's got this sauce that has a bit of jalapeno in it. Not like big pieces of jalapeno, but it's got like that jalapeno kick. And it when I tasted it, I'm like, well, this is a bit spicy. And then I looked on the package and said green and jalapenos, and I think like red jalapenos or something like that. but it was actually pretty good. It wasn't like overwhelming or anything. It was fantastic. So that's what I had for like a late lunch, early dinner kind of thing yesterday. But yeah, it was really good. If you have a Publix near you, that sandwich, and you can handle anything a bit spicy. Yeah, it was like a sub sandwich. It was only like a 6-inch sub. But yeah, it was really good. I did, I saw it and I was like, sauce. All right, yeah, I'll try that. Yeah, it was good. The only thing, I don't know if that's what triggered my acid reflux or not. I never know sometimes what's going to trigger it. So I should have probably taken a tablet before I went to bed last night. Actually, we'll keep mine up. But yeah, it was pretty good. It was all right. All right, we should be. Let's see. I think we'd be in Utah by now. I think once you cross over this line here, this green thing, I think that's when we'll talk to Salt Lake Center. But anyway, so yeah, that was it. But yeah, if anybody in their flight sim is looking for other stuff that will help with the immersion of flight simming in general, I can highly recommend products from Parallel 42. They're doing quite a bit. They have basically said that they are going to focus completely on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Still developing stuff for 2020, but also for 2024. So yeah, they're really doing quite a bit for flight simming to increase immersions and all that. So we're looking for something things look a little bit more realistic. I highly recommend looking at their stuff. They have stuff for PC and Xbox. They're always adding, more stuff to the Xbox side. Within the parameters of what Xbox can do. On the way home after my appointment yesterday, and get something to eat and all that. So I was like, it's just weird because it's a really nice Publix, the one downtown there. It's like a lot of the students that go to UAB, that work at the hospital there for UAB, you know, they all use that store. And so it's not like the Publix that I'm used to, that we go to here where we live. So it was like going in there, and I was like, okay, I found the deli, and I'm like, okay, the sandwiches should be like right across from the deli. No, it was like it was not where I expected it to be. And so it was like, I felt like I was lost in there. But yeah, it's a really nice store. And it has like a parking garage above it. So you park there, and then there's an elevator that takes you right into the store, and all that. So yeah, it's really nice. And, yeah, that was fantastic. I think I'm going to take this opportunity to step away for just a minute or so and stretch my legs, use the bathroom, all that good stuff. I'll leave you outside. Enjoy the view. Be right back. The Salt Lake Center. Let's see if I was right about. Yep,
Salt
we're
Lake
right at
Center,
that.
Continental Tree 81, flight level Tree 60.
I think we're entering Salt Lake Center airspace.
Continental Tree 81 Salt Lake Center. Radar contact. Continue.
There we go. Thought it'd be a little bit chattier today. But, yeah, well, people got other things going on. It's all good. Joseph. This is my first official stream. Well, it is the first official stream with the new internet. So far, everything seems to be going pretty darn good. I cannot complain about anything so far with internet service with AT&T now. Yeah, really happy with it. No more data caps, no more dodgy Wi-Fi suddenly. I think that's what happened that day I was flying
contact
helicopter.
Salt Lake Center
Internet
on
just
133.9er.
did its own
Good
thing.
day.
Going to 133.9er Continental Tree 81. Salt Lake Center Continental Tree 81 flight level tree 60.
Continental Tree 81 Salt Lake Center. Radar contact. Continue.
Alright. So we have... We'll be at Oaks before we know it. Well, not exactly. We still got a massive 227 miles to go. 170 and 46. So once we get to Mono, we'll start dropping altitude, get ready to set up for landing, and be there before we know it. I think this flight's going to be closer to 3 hours. I think the average is about 2.5, but we're flying into a headwind. Not that it's been super terrible, like it's fluctuated a little bit, but it's never been like massive headwind. So flights in at the B-80, maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday, just to kind of get a feel for it. I've flown it before, but it's been such a long time that I gotta kind of reacquaint myself with it. But I do have a checklist. I got to go over the startup procedures, kind of figure out where everything is. And then go from there. Yeah. Oh, that. Do on 3rd. We got 1, 2. Yeah, we got a bunch of 737 flights coming up. The one on the 3rd, no, that's United. The one on the 21st of September, I have a special Continental Airlines hey, Comment, how are you? Special livery for that. That's a service from 1988 out of Newark to Chicago Midway. So, yeah, looking forward to that. Get some Jetliner stuff in, and then we'll kind of go back to the general aviation stuff. Do some flights in the Beaver, possibly. We'll do some stuff. What's new, Fireman? How are you? Since I saw you last the other day in Scruffy Stream. Hey, your post in the Discord was that was I'm good, thank you. Just had a good session with occupational therapy yesterday for my arm. We're gonna try acupuncture, something similar to acupuncture. They call it dry needle, according to my occupational therapist. Yes, you're right. It is true. Absolutely. That's what I was like. That's why I said what I said. Because I know it's true. I've experienced it firsthand. I didn't want to laugh, but that's why I removed it, because I was like, yeah, it's true, and it's kind of sad, but it's so yeah, we're gonna try that next Wednesday to try to get my bicep to relax. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks when you're in that kind of situation, because I can sympathize with you there, baby. That's not fun. Yeah, I know all too well how it goes.
Continental Tree 81 contact Salt Lake Center on 133.6. Good day.
But yeah, we're gonna try that next Wednesday
133.6 Continental
and
Tree
see
81.
see
Goodbye.
what see if they can get the
Salt Lake
bicep
Center
to loosen up a
Continental
little
Tree
bit more
81
and get
flight
some
level
more
tree 60.
flexibility back in my arm.
Continental Tree 81 Salt Lake Center radar contact
It
continues.
never fails when I tell somebody, like, they look at my the scar from the surgery, and they're always like, what happened? And I tell them, they're like, oh, they're like, but how did you? I was like, the way I landed right on that elbow, and just bam, and they're just like, oh. I'm like, yeah. So it's just, that's what the occupational therapist said. I think this is what's kind of limiting us right now, or limiting you, meaning me, is that your bicep just kind of it tightens up, and it's like I want to relax my arm, but it just kind of goes like, yeah, nah, not gonna do it, So she seems to think that this is a possible way to kind of they're going to put the needles into the muscle, and then they're going to just kind of like a TENS unit and just zap it, and hoping that it will kind of jolt the muscle, to loosen it up. And but she said there are some side effects. You could be really fatigued from it, like, basically like my, like the I remember there was a scene in The Right Stuff where they were testing, and the one guy who had his arm connected to like electrical stuff, and they were like, zzz, and his arm is moving fast, and he's opening and closing his fist and everything. I'm like, oh, that's what I bet you that's what it's gonna be like. How we had to pick his arm up afterwards. I think that's gonna be me on Wednesday.
Going to
Because she said
125.575 Continental Tree 81.
we're going to
Salt Lake Center Continental Tree 81
we're
flight
gonna do
level
that,
360.
and then you're gonna go right over
Continental Tree
and
81 Salt Lake Center.
do
radar
exercises
contact
to keep it
continued.
loose. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, oh man, what if I can't do anything? Oh man. So I said, okay, we'll give it a shot. It may work. I said, I'm willing to try it. She's like, did I talk to you about this? I'm like, not really, I don't think. It was kind of like you talked about acupuncture, but we never really went in depth with it. Or, she said, I think this might help. But it's up to you. I'm like, well, at this point, I'll try it. But yeah, and I was thinking about that last night. I was like, what if... And I kept thinking of that scene in The Right Stuff, and I'm just like, no. So we'll see. But yeah, they're really awesome over there. And then when I come back, I'll see a different occupational therapist. The one that I was supposed to be seeing, she's on maternity leave right now. So I'll see the actual person. But the one that I'm working with now, she said, I'll be here. And she said, I'll talk with the other occupational therapist when she starts to work with you. All my notes are there. And if she's has any questions, of course, I'll tell her what we worked on and what we gave you to work on at home and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm really happy. They're way better than the... matter of fact, I gotta tell her the story about when I went to for physical therapy. No thanks. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I go. I don't know if I ever told. I think I've told some people this story, but I go for my initial appointments over there in New York, and my physical therapist was just like, just really, I don't know what. It just almost put me right off the bat, because she was like, so you're a veteran? I said, yeah. What branch? I said, Army. She said, why do all you Army guys cheat? And I'm like, what? Like, yeah, it was really just out of nowhere, So I got to tell my occupational therapist about that. It was so uncomfortable. She had a real strong dislike for Army veterans. And, yeah, I was just... yeah. Like, apparently we're the only ones that ever cheat. I'm like, what? No. Yeah. So, yeah, I gotta tell Haley about that. She'll be like, really? No, I would have never gone back to that. Yeah, I'm really happy. Haley's been really awesome. And I have an intern. She's in school. She's doing her clinicals from a school down in the southern part of Alabama. I don't remember the name of the school, but So she'll probably be gone by the time we get back from the trip. I don't know if I'll see her Wednesday, but yeah, she's finishing up, and then she graduates in December, and then she said she's going to study for about 2 months straight, take her test to get her licensing as an occupational therapist, and then she'll be looking for work after that. But yeah, they've been fantastic. I'm absolutely happy with them as my therapist. So. Because what we do is we start out with it's kind of like an ultrasound, and they go over the scarred area, and then also my bicep, try to kind of just jolt it a little bit, and then we do the exercises, and at the end I get the heat therapy, but it's not like the moist heat. Occupational therapist, Haley is the occupational therapist. Mary is she's doing her clinical, so she's like interning or whatever, I guess. But she's got, she'll probably be gone by the time I get back from the trip. She'll have finished all of her clinical hours, and then she'll graduate in December, and then she studies for her licensing test. She said she's probably going to do that for about 2 months straight. Because it's I don't know how it works, but I'm guessing a lot of it's like questions, and then also hands-on practical exam. Kind of like when I became a medic, you have a written test and then also a practical hands-on exam. But yeah, they've been fantastic. I really. I'm really happy with their the way that they treat me and everything. Like I don't have anything to complain about, really. But yeah, the ones up in New York, boy, that just yeah, that almost put me right off. I was like, this just isn't gonna work. So yeah, I was gonna go to physical therapy there at the clinic, but they're like, no, occupational therapy would be like if I just had the surgery, then I would work with physical therapy, and then they would hand me over to occupational, I think. So they're like, no, you got to talk to occupational therapy. They can do more for you. So that's who I've been working with. And it's great because it's right in the same building that my doctor's in. And I don't have to get on a shuttle bus to go to the main hospital. It's right there by the parking garage we park in. So it's perfect. And yeah, I'm really happy with them. I couldn't be happier with them. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this works. I'm a bit nervous about it because I started thinking about it, and I'm like, we'll see. It may work, and hopefully it does. Yeah, really. Yeah, I can't believe before we know it, I'll be on my way to California. I need to start up so kind of like what I did for the Thanksgiving trip. I'll post or create a separate thing into my Discord. I'll post pictures there. Really looking forward to going to the Union Station there in Washington, D.C. because I've never been to that station, so never been into Washington, D.C. proper, I guess. So that'll be new. So I'll have some pictures of that and everything else. And yeah, I'm looking forward to all that. So I'll post pictures.
Continental Tree 81
and,
contact Salt Lake Center on 127.9er 25. Good day.
So you guys can kind of see where I'm at along the trip.
Going to 127.9er 25 Continental
All that.
Tree 81. Salt Lake Center Continental Tree 81 flight level tree 60.
Continental Tree 81 Salt Lake Center radar contact continue.
Got 180 nautical miles to go to there. Yeah, we're getting there. So yeah, I'll be gone pretty much the entire month of August. I was looking at it, I'm like, what day am I getting back? And I get back on that Friday, and then bam, Saturday is the 1st of September. I'm like, oh. So I was going to try to do a stream on that day, but I'm like, I'm going to want to unpack, do my laundry, get settled back in, and all that. Next trip I'll take will be in June next year. I got to plan the trip up to Providence, Rhode Island for Flight Sim Expo. Looking forward to that. So it'd be nice to go up there. I've never been up that way either, and I'm going to take the train, go up through Boston and all that, and so that'll be fun, I think, and I might get there like a day or two before Expo starts, just so that I have time to settle in and then walk around the area, take some pictures, check out the restaurants, that sort of thing. I'll have to get a room reserved, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, looking forward to going to Flight Sim Expo. I really want to go next year. I've never been to one. I'd like to go to at least one time. I was hoping to go to the one in Houston last year, and that just didn't work out. And I didn't really want to try to squeeze in going to Vegas, but I'm like, Vegas? So, Providence, Rhode Island it is. And, where's young Joseph Adams, Mella? Is he at the Dodgy McDonald's again? No, it's like 4 something in the afternoon. Is he at the Dodgy Dodgy pub again? Figured he would have been here. Yeah. That or the pub, yeah. Maybe he's visiting his gran, or who knows. That's alright. He'll probably come in right as I land, too. Nick might be lurking, I think. Ooh, 144 nautical miles to the last massive waypoint, and then from there it's just a bunch of hops and skips, and then we'll be there. But yeah, I'm really cool. I'm glad this is working because I wasn't sure of the info. Let's see what it says.
Continental Tree 81 contact Salt Lake Center on 133.45.
Oh, we're already in.
Good day.
We're close to Nevada. Yeah, 05
1
Nevada.
tree decimal for 5 Continental Tree 81. Goodbye. Salt Lake Center Continental Tree 81 flight level tree 60.
Continental Tree 81, Salt Lake
That's
Center
cool.
radar contact.
But we're still
continue.
talking to Salt Lake Center. I would envision pretty soon. Yep, we'll talk to. Let's see. Here's a little bit. Yeah, pretty soon we should be talking to NorCal Approach, I think. And then we'll be talking to Oakland Center, or Oakland Approach, whatever. But I think it'll be NorCal Approach. And then we'll talk to Oakland. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to next month. It's gonna be nice. Nice being up at the lake for a while. And I'm really looking forward to it because the house that my mom and stepdad have at the lake, they have like a little deck that you can go out there, and it's got, you know, table and chairs, and you can go out there and have your tea or coffee or whatever. It's gonna take in the view of the lake and everything. So yeah, real peaceful. So yeah, looking forward to that. I think if I remember correctly, we're splitting between Las Vegas and Reno. We're almost going right between the two as we get into the Sierra Nevadas, or southern Sierra Nevadas. We drop into the crossover to the Central Valley. Flying some fighter planes, do some fun loop-de-loo stuff. Well, let's see, October, and then next thing you know, Flight Sim 2024 will be here in November. I gotta get a larger solid state drive for that. They said it's not supposed to be as bad as use up a lot of storages, but I don't have any. I want to have a separate drive for it. Keep 2020 and 2024 separate, so that just to have the ability to still fly 2020 if something happens with 2024. I don't want to get rid of it. So what's our weather looking like? Let's see, we are near what? coast with clouds in the air, kind of high clouds. What's our METAR Oakland look like? Scatter a few at 4,000 feet or so. Scattered clouds at 7,000. Broken clouds at 10,000 feet. And at 15,000 feet. .320 at 8 knots is the wind. So 30 is our preferred runway, I do believe. Let me double check that. It should still be 30. Let's double check things. 30. Nope. Got an 8 knot headwind and a 1 knot crosswind. So I've never seen, I think I've said this before, I've never seen anybody take off and land on runway 12, the opposite end of 30. So tap that up just in case we need it. Yeah, we should be talking the NorCal approach here pretty soon, I would think. So far. Barring anything crazy, we'll be back Saturday in the BAE 146. That should be interesting. Got homework to do to get prepared for that. Familiarize myself with the flight deck and all the intricacies of the systems, so looking forward to doing that. Still got to get the got to work on that too. Got to get the Silk Road put in for Parasox Airlines. I was working on designing the excuse me, the icons for it, I guess, because I have to have those for FS Hub, and nothing seemed to be going well with it, so I basically had to start from scratch again. It's been a bit of a challenge, design challenge, but I think I got a better solution for it now. So I just got to get that done, and Scruffy will be flying that, I think, whenever he's able to on Thursdays on the Vision Jet. And I'm gonna crank out. I gotta try to crank out the routes for Lufthansa out of Frankfurt and Air France out of Paris de Gaulle or Charles de Gaulle Airport. Yeah, I think once we cross over there. Okay, that's KNFL. That's Naval Air Station Fallon right there. So yeah, we'll be over in California pretty soon. Excuse me. Worried my throat was going to be really raw after the acid reflux last night. Luckily, it hasn't been too bad, but I get that cough sometimes. Try not to cough in your ears, I promise. Yeah, I'm really happy that startup and everything went really well. Took me a couple practices to kind of get a feel for it. See what it says I am now. K2. Okay. Let's see. How far away am I? we should be talking that NorCal approach pretty soon, I would think. May even talk to Los Angeles Center, I don't know. Probably NorCal though. We'll find out here in a second.
Continental Tree 81, contact Oakland Center on
Oakland Center, not NorCal
125.75. Good day.
Interesting.
Going to 125.75 Continental Tree 81. Oakland Center Continental Tree 81 flight level tree 60.
Continental Tree 81, Oakland Center radar contact, continue.
There we go. Big turn there. Let's see. It's full screen. Almost there, folks. We're almost there. All right. Well, I think let's see. Yeah, this one. Let's try this. I think I'm going to take a quick break again, stretch, use the restroom, and I'll be right back. No, thank you, Mel. Appreciate it. This has actually gone a little bit quicker than I expected, although we still got a bit of stuff to do. We have, let's see, we got 46 nautical mile, and 30, then 24, and I think most everything, yeah, we got 20. After that, pretty much everything is all together there, so yeah, this has gone pretty darn good, if you say so myself. Although I probably should have added in just a touch more fuel, if only because I should have considered the fact that we were going to be flying into headwinds most of the way, and that does impact the fuel economy. A little bit more just to be on the safe side, but I think we'll make it. Side of these mountains, we should be over the Central Valley. We're not quite there yet. less approach. Landing stuff already put in. Yosemite Airport. Yep. Look at that. Check out the brain on rock. Ta-da! We are. Because there's KMMH. That's on the eastern portion of Yosemite, I believe. It's down that way somewhere. So yeah, we are not far from Yosemite Park. I know it because I did a flying tour through here. We landed at this airport. Yeah. I remember it now. I was like, I know this lake's familiar. Yeah. That, I think, is Mono Lake right there. Oh, we're starting to slow down. Yep, that's Mono Lake. Aha, boy, 2 for 2. All right, I gotta get. Okay, top of descent's coming up.
Continental Tree 81, contact Oakland Center on 126.85. Good day.
126.85 Continental Tree 81. Goodbye. Oakland Center Continental Tree 81 flight level tree 60.
Continental Tree 81 Oakland Center radar contact continue.
Oakland Center Continental Tree 81. Request flight level tree 20.
Continental Tree 81 descend and maintain flight level tree 20.
Descend and maintain flight level tree 20 Continental Tree 81.
airport somewhere around here, I think, and then went down and then, I don't know, left turn into the Yosemite Valley there.
Continental Tree 81 descend and maintain flight level 240.
Alright, there we go.
Descend and maintain flight level 240 Continental Tree 81.
It's about to get real. Alright folks, we're beginning our initial descent into Oakland. Make sure you hurry up and use the loo, the toilet, restroom, whatever you want to call it. Sit down and buckle up. Cabin crew, prepare for arrival. And then sit down and buckle up. We know you have tons of options when it comes to your flight sim streaming repertoire, your viewing pleasures. Glad that you chose to fly with us today. You're on Continental Airlines flight number 380. It's been our pleasure serving you. You join us next Saturday in the BAE 146-300 series. London City to Berlin. 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. All the figure your times out from there. So it's 2:30 UK time, 1:30 UTC, 13:30 UTC, 14:30 UK. That. beginning of our arrival portion. I think I can request lower altitude. I don't think. Let's see. Look. Nope. Alright, we're over the Central Valley now. Right.
Continental Tree 81 descend and maintain 12,000 feet.
You got it.
Descend and maintain 12,000 feet. Continental Tree 81.
Well, actually, that vertical speed had it set up for about 300 feet per minute. Interesting. It will be just above airport there in Modesto. That should be it right there. Cloudy, a little bit cloudy there in the Bay Area. Well, this should take care of the ads for the last bit of the stream. It'll be any by the time we land. Shouldn't get another bit, so. Clear to 6,000.
PARBB.
Let's go.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Expect ILS runway tree 0 approach via PARBB transition. Cleared to PARBB Continental Tree 81.
Continental Tree 81 descend and maintain 4,100 feet.
Descend and maintain 4,100 feet. Continental Tree 81.
Nope, that's not you. This is like right here. I don't see an airport. Huh. Okay. Been by the airport before, I guess. Huh. Maybe it's just a VOR. Huh, maybe that's where it is. Alright, now. Alright. It is what it is. I know there's a positive there's an airport there for this. It's like a small regional airport. Oh well. Maybe it's just a bigger market.
Continental Tree 81, contact Oakland Center on 127.45. Good day.
127.45 Continental Tree 81. Goodbye. Oakland Center Continental Tree 81 is passing 11,700 feet, descending 4,100 feet.
Continental Tree 81, Oakland Center altimeter 29.85 radar
Oh,
contact.
thank you, Mel. I appreciate it.
PARBB.
Yeah, this has gone very well. I'm happy that the startup happened without incident, and is there any lights on? Yeah, everything's gone really, really well. So I'm very happy with that. The only thing I'm a bit concerned about is if we send too much further. We'll just slow our descent because I don't want to descend too much to the point that we're gonna run into some hills here.
Continental Tree 81, please
Whoa.
expedite your descent 4,100 feet.
We don't want to go too low too soon, because we might run into some hillsides. No, thank you. 4,100 feet. That gets us to Parb. No, that's about 45. Where's it? 41, and then we'll be lining up for landing. So let's go ahead and get another notch of flaps in.
Continental Tree 81, please expedite your descent 4,100 feet.
We're doing just fine, thank you.
Continental Tree 81, contact NorCal approach on 135.1. Good day.
How about you contact them?
135.1 Continental Tree 81. Goodbye.
What if I don't want to talk to them?
NorCal approach Continental Tree 81 is passing 8,600 feet, descending 4,100 feet.
Continental Tree 81 NorCal approach altimeter 29.87 radar contact. Continue to PARBB.
Alright, South Bay is in sight. Now I feel comfortable dropping a little bit more altitude here. Ooh, maybe not too much. We still got to get over these hills, but I think we might. No, maybe get this back up. Stutter there. Safe now. And there's Hayward, so let's see. Fremont, actually. So Dumbarton Bridge should be almost in front of us, I do believe. Recognize this area. So Dumbarton's like right around here somewhere in front of us. Alright.
3,400 feet.
Descend and maintain 3,400 feet. Continental Tree 81.
Wait a minute, where's it going? Why isn't it? Oh crap. Circle around. Come on, come on. It's thinking, it's thinking, it's thinking. Doing this to where I wanted it to go.
2,500.
Come on, plane. Don't do this to me now. Oh, crap it. Okay. Why that suddenly turned off? Okay, well, we'll get back in there.
2,500.
I don't know why it did that. Interesting.
Continental Tree 81 descend and maintain 2,700 feet.
Descend and maintain 2,700 feet. Continental Tree 81.
Continental Tree 81, you are 11 miles southeast of Oakland. Contact Oakland Tower on 127.2 when inbound.
Tower on 127.2. Continental Tree 81. Oakland Tower. Continental Tree 8110 miles southeast inbound ILS runway. Tree 0 approach.
Oh, there's Hayward. All right, let's get ready to put this thing on the ground. side slope. There's favorite executive. Ta-da, look at that. I think I know where I am. Alright, here we go, folks. Had a little hiccup, but we got through it. That's alright. Things happen when you party naked at the pub, huh?
One thousand.
All right, here we go.
Four hundred. Three hundred. Two hundred. One hundred. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
I know. I know. It was fantastic, wasn't it? Let's see how fantastic was it. It was, woo, perfect. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It's part of the, hold on a minute, I think I know what you mean, but I'll find out here in a second with you. So, are you talking about the skid marks on the runway? How did, I think I have an add-on, an airport add-on. That it makes the runways appear used. If my ATC stopped working. Uh-oh. Something stopped working. Oh, let me look at my, snooze that. Yeah, it's like an add-on for the runways. That's what it is. Let me look at my, I gotta see if I can dial in. see. Tower on approach 0. It didn't talk to the tower for some reason. 12720. Okay. Hold on a second. Let's see if we can get it.
Continental Tree 81 Oakland Tower.
Okay.
Altimeter 29er, 4 wind tree 07 at 8. Cleared ILS runway tree 0 approach.
Yeah, we already did that, bucko. Oakland ground. Let's talk to ground. The gates,
Oakland
please.
ground, Continental Tree 81 request taxi to the gate.
Continental Tree 81 taxi to gate Alpha 7 Mike via taxiway Whiskey 6 Whiskey Victor Bravo Bravo 5 Bravo Tree Bravo Bravo 1.
Taxiing to gate Alpha 7 Mike via taxiway Whiskey 6 Whiskey Victor Bravo Bravo 5 Bravo Tree Bravo Bravo 1 Continental Tree 81.
Goodness gracious, okay. Yeah, it's like an airport add-on. I forget who made it. But it, yeah, so that way your runways appear to be like used, not. Oh, I forgot. Gotta turn off our lights here. All right. Yeah, it just makes it look a bit more realistic. It's in the InSim marketplace, I think. Trying to remember who the maker is. But yeah, it doesn't make all the runways look like brand new or never used or whatever. It makes them look like planes have actually landed and taken off on them and all that. So I'm pretty happy with that. That worked out. We had a little bit of a hiccup for whatever reason. Our navigation system decided to quit on us, but we got here. Perfect, man. Can't believe it. Can't believe it's not butter. Yeah, that was fantastic. And yeah, boy, what a flight! I'll tell you, if you missed it. Missed it live. I said there would be plenty of action, didn't I? And there was. And we had just about 9,000 pounds of fuel left. Let's turn off flight directors. Nope. Yeah, that worked out. don't know like how the runways and all that's going to appear in the new sim when it comes out. It'd be nice if they kind of have them dirtied up and used, not looking just like, unless the airport was just built, you know, and then I could see that, like, you know, with this you get the taxi, all this stuff, like these lines, everything's supposed to be much more realistic looking compared to how it is in the base sim. So it's not super expensive either to have. Oh, there's the radar thingy. It's pinging. It's looking for me. Suckers. It's not that expensive to have to add on, even for. Well, the only thing is with stuff like that. I think I had it when I used to fly on the Xbox, but I don't know, like, how it would look now. You know, it's one of those things that if you add on a lot of stuff for the Xbox, it starts to bog down the memory, you know. But on the PC, it looks, you know, it does make the taxiways and everything look a lot better. But I also think, because this is the Oakland Airport add-on that I have, because we did fly out of here before to Las Vegas, and this is the add-on for Oakland. So this is how Oakland actually looks currently. Not the. Why is it sending me over there? Not a cargo jet. It's cargo. I want to go to the. I'm going to say go to the gate. Yeah. I think I'm a cargo plane for some reason. That's a cargo area. No, we're going to go over here. We'll park at a gate. For some reason, they think this plane's a cargo jet. I don't know why. Yeah, so I don't know how things are going to look in the new sim. Hopefully, airports look a lot better, but because it seemed like this is cargo as well. You know, if you wanted your airports to look better, you either had to have a really phenomenal graphics card, or you had to buy these airport add-ons. Yeah, go the other way. There you go. Turn around. That's it. So, you know, like right now, if you look at Oakland in real life compared to the airport, compared to this, it looks. I would say this probably looks pretty much dead on for what it looks like in the real world. But I think all the airports in the sim, regardless if you're on the PC or the Xbox, they should all look as close to real as possible. It shouldn't take, you shouldn't have to buy an add-on and make it look like, you know, you're actually there. Excuse me. There. Put it up right over here. Let's see here. And then this has the lines where the actual airline, the aircraft would stop at, so that the gate would connect. let's zoom in down here. We're in a 737, so the very next line is what we're shooting for. Close enough for government work. All right. Well, that was pretty fantastic. I'm pretty happy with that flight overall. And this thing really wants to play an ad before I go. I'm not going to let it. So anyway, yeah, so that's it. That's our that was the flight for today. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and pause that so we don't have to listen to that. So thank you everybody for coming in and hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If not, you know who to contact. And I will be back next Saturday in the BAE 146 in the we're going London City to Frankfurt, or not Frankfurt, Berlin. You're welcome, Amela. Thank you for saying that. Appreciate it. So do enjoy the rest of your Saturday morning, afternoon, evening, early Sunday for some parts of the world. I have been and always shall be your host and pilot, Uncle B. Until next time, peace, live long and prosper.